Kingswood College Kandy began their journey on the debater on the opposite side of the podium from Lyceum International School, Nukegoda, proposing the topic on the establishment of special zones in Sri Lanka with reference to the tourism industry. Vivat Virtute, meaning loyally and masterly, are the guiding principles of the School of Maroon Royal Blue, which stands along the Peradeniya Road in the beautiful hill capital.
Kingswood has a history of 121 years, and from the beginning of our school days we have traditions which we always value, and one of them, when we begin our school hour, we have to sing the national anthem and the Kingswood song, and when we sing the Kingswood song, the head prefect should hoist the Kingswood flag. That's done only when the school song is sung.
සතිත් ආතිෆ් කියන දරුවෝ දෙන්න කුඩා කාලේ ඉතින් හැම දරුවෝ කරන දඟකාර වැඩවලට සහ එකතු වෙනවා ළමයි කුඩා කාලේ ඉන්නකොට ඕන් එකතු වෙලා රණ්ඩු වෙනවා ගහ ගන්නවා ඒ මොන දේ කරත් ඒ කාලේ මිහිරි අත්දැකීම් එක්ක යාලා වැඩි හිටියෝ වෙනකොට මේ වගේ දේවල් වලට යොමු වීම ගැන මට හරිම සතුටුයි.
Sir, do you not believe that in the building of a dam, obviously, sir, that you need to build infrastructure first?
But in Mahal project, not only infrastructure was developed, other secondary development was also carried out. So, ladies and gentlemen, this issue relates to today's issue of deciding whether establishment of tourist zones is essential. Establishment of tourist zones is necessary or not for the improvement of tourist zones in Sri Lanka.
Kingswood, one of the leading schools in Kandy, one of the leading schools in the island, was once not here. It was in the heart of Kandy.
Founded by Mr. L.E. Blaze on the 4th of May 1891 at number 11 Pavilion Street, Kandy, with only 11 students in its roll, Kingswood was initially called the Boys' High School. It was started as an English private school.
පුංචි පන්තිවල ඉඳලම දැනට 13 වෙනි ශ්‍රේණියේ දක්වා ඉගෙනගෙන ලබන මේ සචිත්‍ර වගේ කිංසුඩ් මහතුරුන් ඩිබේට් කියන වැඩසටහනේ අවසාන භාගයේ දක්වා මේ වෙනකොට ඉදිරිපත් වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් ඔහුට සහ ඔහුගේ කණ්ඩායමට මම දෙසිතින්ම සුබ ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා.
This whole concept, what we really want from this whole concept is to enhance the values inside these zones. We are not deteriorating these values. We are enhancing these zones. And ladies and gentlemen, the fourth speaker said, in the fourth speech of their speech, they said that we should give the tourists what they want. Okay, first of all, why are we on the 118th position, 118th rank on the World Tourist Ranking?
Kingswood College Kandy was a launching pad for many ambitious innovations within the Sri Lankan education system, and as such the school now has the honour of being a pioneer in many such fields.
Kingswood has had many firsts throughout its 121 years of excellence. One of that many is the first school debate circle organised by Sir L.E. Blaze, the founder principal of Kingswood. So, it is very well fitting that we Kingswoodians are the semi-finalists of the MTV debate.
Kingswood debaters have been achieving a lot lately, and there have been great Kingswood debaters. And our founding father himself was a debater who believed that debating will be the formal way of fighting with a person.
According to the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, necessary is needing to be present or to be done or achieved. And ladies and gentlemen, the word or point to ponder is of course special zones. Special zones, according to Sri Lanka Tourism Development Authority, a special zone. It's a tourist zone, which is a geographical region that has been designated by a government as having characteristics that are conducive for tourism activity, which include accommodation and other recreational facilities, of course, my dear friends.
Scouting was started in Sri Lanka in 1912, but Kingswood organized the first group of scouts in 1914, just 2 years after the initiative of scouts in Sri Lanka. And then they established the Joy Motorboat Service in Lakeside, the first and only international school adventure event in Sri Lanka, the JJP Dehigama event, which is managed by Kingswood Scouts.
In 1893, the first debating class of the school was started. The first magazine of the school, Our Boys, was launched in the same year.
School hours of Kingswood. If you are traveling in the Peradeniya road in front of our school, in the period session, you will not see even one Kingswood gentleman out there in the front, because it's a tradition of our school to stay in the period, and it would be like a holiday to a person who is going on the road. It's one of the key traditions of Kingswood. Kalpitiya, Maravilla, Vaikal, Negombo, Colombo, Mount Lavinia, Vadua, Kalutara, Beruwala, all are special zones, my dear brother. And yeah, going to my argument again, Denia, which is a town situated in a mountainous area close to the World Heritage Site, Sinharaja Forest, which is a home for 50% of Sri Lanka's endemic animals and plants, supported by beautiful sceneries, waterfalls, tea estates, and the government has also planned to build hotels and the roads too, and while preserving the natural beauty, ladies and gentlemen.
Sometime during the eve of the year 1897, under the stewardship of Mr. E.H. Spencer, the rapid growth of the school necessitated the shift to a larger premises in Brownrigg Street. The main hall of the school was opened on the 27th of June 1898. It was in 1898 that the boys' high school took the name of Kingswood College at the suggestion of Mr. Prince, who headed the school committee.
I would like to talk about the school main hall, which prevails since the start of the school. The school hall is named as the Arthur McHill Hall. It is one of the oldest buildings, oldest structures of the school, which is one of the most historical, a great historical monument in Kandy as well. So that's one of the great structures of Kingswood.
Taking our debate, you're speaking, you're harping on the fact of Kalpitiya. It's like this, you're just looking at the cost generated, but we are looking at the cost which will be generated from that project, which is 5 times more greater, and we are looking at the greater good. Can you see any sense in that?
Honourable proposition, we're not only looking at the cost, we're looking at how the mangroves are destroyed in Kalpitiya. We're looking at
The boys did not fare well. Lyceum International School proved to be the judge's choice. What we thought would be the end of the line for the gentlemen from Kingswood in fact turned out to be otherwise, as they proved to have won the hearts of our viewers and were voted in to the SMS qualifiers round.
We lost the debate which we got in the first round, but we were so sad, but I hope that we could win in the next debate.
Hi guys, I believe I come under the designation of coach, but I believe colleague is the more appropriate word. I'm Kushan Samaratna. Let me talk a bit about the Kingswood debate team. I'll start off with Aziz, the most junior guy in our team. His favorite words is Batu. I don't know what it means, but it's a running joke, it seems. And apparently his most favorite quotation is, "My next speaker will answer your questions." And he has mentioned that in a few debates, it seems.
I also give funds, but do you know that they give funds only to the estimated budget? And do you not know that the estimated budget is always overridden by the cost, as we proved with examples of Canada, Athens, Russia, and even London, as I say now.
This round proved to be highly dramatic, as the battle was fought within Kandy. One of Kandy's best boys' schools faced off one of Kandy's leading girls' schools. The pertinence of hosting an Olympic Games in a developing country was a point of contention. Kingswood ensures that the gentlemanship rooms are both cultured and aesthetic, and as such, music and the arts take equal standing with sports and education. Probably a legacy left by the first trained lady teacher, Miss A.C. Blaze, who gave music a home in the halls of Kingswood.
Because, madam, at the moment Olympic is commercialized. Hosting that can only be done by developed countries most of the time because of the high expenditure, high investments. A country which a poorer economy cannot handle that. And yet we are referring to countries of 1970s, Olympic Games of 1940s, which wasn't a bigger deal at all.
I'm so glad to see that our team has been selected for the semi-finals, and I hope that they would proceed ahead and win this title, the debater. So their determination and courage made them to be success and to win this competition.
As Kingswoodians, we are really proud of our traditions. And trees of Kingswood play a major role in our traditions. Because there are traditions which are embedded within the trees of Kingswood. For instance, like the trees of Kingswood are productive as its students. But a major feature you see in them is that none of the Kingswood gentlemen even touch them. Behind me you can see a tree, and it can be called as the legendary and the historical Nelly tree of Kingswood College, which is in our boundary since the beginning of our school. Especially me, I have been in this school for 14 years and I have never tried and I have never even seen someone trying to pluck a fruit from this tree and eat it. Some say it's poisonous and some say it's a waste of resource, but as we Kingswoodians believe, this is one of our traditions and which shows the discipline, the code of discipline prevailing at our school boundaries.
Sachit Wijayasekara was once again declared the best speaker. But would the gentlemen trump the ladies? Kingswood showed a marked improvement. All the four speakers had made rapid advancements in their style of speaking. But what was most prominently displayed was the advancement in the quality and quantity of research that the Kingswood boys had put in. Much to their joy, the gentlemen from Kandy trumped the girls to make it to round 2.
As you might have seen, Kingswood is a very huge school. And for this school, we have only one main bell to demarcate the periods of Kingswood. And this is rung by a special person. A student can never ever touch it. And he is called Vikramaya. We call him Vikramaya, and he's been doing this job for 35 years. And another special feature you see in our bell is even if you go to the furthest corner of Kingswood, you will be able to hear the bell sound.